G'day Australia, hello world, welcome back. I'm Col, and welcome back to this magnificent backdrop that we visited back in the 11th month in last year, 2014. And so it's time to revisit here at the glyphs. And on this time what we're going to do is I'm going to go in a bit more detail and let's read them. Previously I didn't do that, did that on purpose. The idea was to, of course, dumb it down to make it at least believable. So here's an opportunity, we won't get this twice, so we'll just go fast now, right from the bottom. Okay, so what we're looking down here, Ben? Okay. So down here what we're seeing is, we've got this, we've got we the servants of the King's God, her words, the ruler, girl, chief, the priest, scribes, under the watchful eye of Horus, write these words. Bad news. We came here across the sea, Thor, to this place in a solar boat, not a sunboat, to carry empty basket. Across the sea we passed the fish god for this place, part of Egypt, the fish god, to get this man, Dijed Snefru, from the land of Dijed Snefru, this place, child of Ra, Egyptian. We, all of us, in this place, part of Egypt, in the moon of the moon god Thoth, the place for Didi and the Haru, to take the Snefru, the Egyptian, in goodwill, the chief of this land, to meet the king of Egypt, the girl Khufu. I've moved down, shall I, Ben? Okay. Down here, Ben. Here, the god Amun. Here, the god Re. The Re shining on Amun, this becomes the god Umun-Ra. Umun-Ra. This is his time tool. Umun-Ra in this place, summoned by Dijethor, here to stop time. Over here, along with Khufu, the purest, 100 souls Egyptian. The most efficient, the brightest and bravest across the sea, in here eternal with the God King of Egypt. Down here, the god Ta, the god looking after those who are dead, the god of the underworld, the mummy god Ta, placed underneath in the shade to be not in the direct light. This god can't exist in the sun, hence the roof above our head. The god Zeth, a curse, watching the door, the sign for death. This god is protecting all these people from anything at all. The god Zeth, evil god, walking down. Okay, moving to here. Somebody's dead. This is heaven. This is Horus in heaven, small one. Small Horus in heaven means very bad. Somebody's dead. This person here, this is age, giving you age. This is a human. This is in spirit. This person is dead. This is bad news, not good news at all. This person now, protected by the sitting god with the moon, put inside the mountains, looked after by the god Khepri, joined with Ra, offered to heaven the gods, soul taken. So once again, this person of this age is past, they're dead, this isn't good. Looked after now by the local god here with the moon, put inside of the mountains, guarded by Kempri, joined with Ra, offered to heaven and the gods, the soul taken. Down here now, Stickman. This one here, pseudo prince. Hard to explain, but that's what we're going to call him right now. So the pseudo prince. So this one now dead is one with Ra. They are joined. So this person is dead and they are one with Ra. So one with Ra, taken in the chaos. With great hard work, we turned around in the storm, and the royal ship, this ship, turned over. Go back to your left, Ben. Over here we've got the next ship turned over. The date is the Venus star, the B star, coming over the horizon in the east coast of Australia, 28th of June. 28th of June or similar, the ship turns upside down. The king god is in trouble, big trouble. We offer praise. Too late. Sunk. The word sunk. Sunk. Slaughtered. The second ship upside down. The king ship. Back over here. The king god, now in heaven, he's dead already. Horus in heaven, journeyed. This is to journey, and now it's about to go on a journey. Protect her journey, Horus, under the southern sky. Horus of gold in heaven. She's dead. She's on her way to heaven, almost. Not yet. Over here now we've got God King, the God King. So this is the king. This has a flail. This lady is dead, but she's still the king for 70 days. The God King, the sitting king, still rules. The brightest, taken, placed into and carried, offered into the tomb, the back of the tomb, into her coffin with true truth. Watched over by the sitting God that is there for that, and which is Tar, the god Tar. Underneath, a little bit further along, so once again taken, placed in, but importantly here, protected by the Haru, the Aboriginals of Australia, protected by the Aboriginals of Australia, and protected by the sitting God. What was that thing, Ben?
Not sure, no, battery's alright.
Hey?
It's all good.
Okay, more. The god, the king god now dead, the king god of Egypt, lying on his side. The man-like one. This is the image not for man, man-like one. This is the man-like one. The god king, the man-like one, is put inside the mountains, in the stone, down deep here. This means to get your belongings later. What's yours? What's yours? So for this king, what's hers for the god king who's been put in, she's dead, still the king, because she is not going to get her pyramid on the horizon. The pyramid of the horizon, the name of her pyramid. She's not going to the god king to get her things, the pyramid of horizon. Not good. With magic, her assistants tried, but she's dead, didn't work, they couldn't save her. Buried deep, really deep. Her body broken under the ground. Not good for her Ba spirit, part of the spirit. Not good for her Ba. Her Ba cut off from her house on the horizon. not for him, or not for her. So not for her. She's cut off, and she will never see her house on the horizon, on the Mer. The house, of course, is the Pyramid of Cheops. Because she went on a journey from her land of Egypt, not for the ruler to ever go home. She's cut off. So once again, I'm going to go back a bit there when you get your feet, Benny. Back we go. Not good for her bar. She's cut off from her pyramid on the horizon, in the pyramid in Mer, because she went on a journey from her land, from Egypt. Not good for the ruler, never to get home. This is homeland. She's never going to get home. Now we'll just go back over here, Ben, and we might just go to here. So here now this gets really complicated, because here it tells what happened next. And what happened next was, this is suggesting here, this says eternal life. This is the Ankh as you know it, and this is saying says, so it's saying eternal life, but it's saying the eternal life to the resurrected one. She's not lying on the bed, so it's not saying eternal life in heaven. This is resurrected, eternal life to the resurrected one, the man-like one, and we know Khufu, this is her, the man-like one, but this is important. This is the key, inverted key shape for the glyph Khonsu. So this is saying eternal life to the resurrected man-like one, Khonsu, done in the right way in spirit, boldly done in the right way, interned in this place, the house of Ta in spirit, placed into he or she, her Ka, placed into, protect the sitting God King. She's still the ruler even though she's dead. And the others, this is interesting, and the others, so this is talking about the others, so protect the sitting king and all the others, so there's many of them here that were killed. This is the god Apophis that has killed them in a storm. This is why they're all dead. So protect the king and all the others from this. So now I'm going to go back again, Ben, if you can. So this is where we were, eternal life, okay. So now we're just going up, and here what we see is the God King protected by Kemphrey. The God King still ruling, so she's dead. Protected by Kemphrey automatically means you are dead. He wouldn't be protecting you unless you are dead. So she's dead. So who's dead? She's dead. So protect the God King Kemphrey, the ruler of Egypt, Khufu. And now here she's placed in a family lineage or tributary. And the idea is to give this some royal tributary. So what we see is now there's Khufu, she's dead. Now we have mentioned who her father was. They were very exact to tell who you are. Her father, and over here, her brother. So what we've got is Khufu being protected, the ruler of Egypt, still alive, still dead but still is, Khufu. Her father, Sneferu, child of Ra. So he too was a child of God, child of Ra, ruler of Egypt. Importantly here we've got round that Sneferu, a child of Ra, came around to this place 2 times, as in the West Cape Papyrus, of course, telling the same thing. Sneferu came to Australia 2 times. Over here, now continuing the royal lineage on, this is Ratosis, or the Hellenic name for Djeffrey. He was the next ruler, so this is showing the royal line. And this glyph, of course, was never seen in any other place, only here at the Gosford glyphs and above the Khufu boat in Giza, only discovered recently. So this is vital, So once again, a royal lineage. And then up here, look at this. This is magnificent. And what we're seeing here is, if we go up higher, we'll use a laser for this one. So here we're seeing the God King in the house of Ta, taken, the Egyptian, and But not the Egyptians so much, but this is Snef. So they're talking about Snefru's daughter. And because Snefru is mentioned once, they're not going to write it all, they're just going to use a piece of his name. So once again, the god king taken to the house of spirit, the tomb here, Snefru's daughter, and the ruler, Khufu. And of course, back down here is the Khufu. So they're using, again, just one glyph to refer, because it's already been mentioned. So the ruler Khufu. And here, this is really important. What this is saying is here that we're saying that this here is eternal to Khufu. So again, mentioning Khufu, but not eternal as in like eternal afterlife or whatever, but this is eternal life. But here, this is the mummy god for, once again, Conus. And Conus, once again, if we follow that down, is mentioned here again. So here she is, that's her glyph name, an inverted key, and follow it up again. Very much like Tar, but doesn't have the necklace. This is Konos. So once again, Khufu died, but then was resurrected into this goddess here on this place at the Gosford glyphs. Just click it off, Ben.